Hi guys, welcome back to my Football Manager 2019 experiment. So this is the part 2 of our $1 billion given money to every single clubs in Scottish Premier League except for Rangers and Celtic. So if you haven't watched the first part, please do so to understand why we did this. And with further ado, we just move forward to this second part. So we stop at the year 2007 to 2027, 2028. So as you remember, still Celtic has won the league back to back. For now, we just want to focus on how well the money is spent by the other clubs. Can they this time around battle Celtic for the championship? So as you can see now, this is a transfer that has been made since the year 2028, and I will scroll through until the year 2038. So as you can see here, in the year 2028 itself, when we stop, Aloha has spent 51 million. So this is the highest ever that we encountered in this experiment. So they bought a player from Man City. It's Jamie McKinnon. And then there's another big transfer, but it was going out from Queen of South to Atletico Madrid. And then Aberdeen has spent 2027 millions. Same with Aloha, who spent 27 millions on Michael Obafemi. And then Edinburgh spent 27 millions. Aberdeen spent another 22 millions. Aloha with 18 and 17 millions. They have spent a lot this season, so we expect a lot from this team Aloha to maybe challenge for the title. And then Queen of South again. This time they bought a player from Atletico Madrid. Aloha again from Shandong, Roberto Este. Then Motherwell bought a player from Corinthians. Down the line, 14 millions. Hearts was one of the best team. They only spent 14 millions. They bought a player from Atalanta. Aberdeen, 14 millions. Edinburgh with double 13 millions there. Hibernian, 12.75 million. Hearts again with 12 millions. St. Johnstone, Edinburgh, Dundee United, and St. Johnstone again with finally Queen of South with the span of 10 million. So we're not gonna focus on the transfer below 10 millions. So basically, this looks interesting. Maybe it's gonna change the landscape of the league. And as you can see here, the next season, the biggest transfer is going out of SPL to Barcelona from St. Johnston. And then Aloha again splashing their money, 38.5 millions this season. They might be a very very strong contender all this time. And then a lot of players going out. And then Hearts spent a lot of money this season, 27.5 millions from Sevilla. And St. Johnstone, 25 millions from Southampton. Aloha again, 22.5 millions. Some players going out. And then Aberdeen, 16 million. Motherwell, 13 million. Burton, 13. Hearts, Aloha again. Edinburgh, Aloha, Aberdeen is 5. Although it's not over 10. But yeah, they did spend the money maybe for survival. Then as we go forward to the third season in this in this second part, Atletico Madrid bought a player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 transfers in this season is the big 7 transfers this season is going out from SPL, especially from Hibernian and Aberdeen. Aloha also got some of their money. And then the highest spender from this season is Dundee United, who bought a player from Aberdeen, inter-SPL transfers. And then Aberdeen, with that, after selling 2 of their maybe best players, they bought 2 players, Ryan Sessegnon and Giovanni Mondragon, from Spurs and Hibernian. And then Aberdeen, again, bought 2 players, 15 and 14 millions. Wraith. This is a new name here. They spent 13 millions from East 5. Not sure if East 5 um, still in the league. Nevertheless, Dundee United 13 millions. Aloha bought a player from Celtic, 11 millions, and then Dundee United 10 millions with Aloha another 10 millions from Atalanta United from the MLS. So, moving on to the year 2031-32, player going out from SPL with 53 minutes. Aberdeen spent 53 minutes on João Felix. That is a very very big transfer from Aberdeen. So Aberdeen is as we can see is very very ambitious at this year 2021-32. So I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. Hopefully they'll do very well in the European competition maybe if they qualify. And then Alawat both 28 millions from Spurs and Standard, and then Dundee United spent 22 millions from Tianjin. Hearts 22.5 millions from Porto. Aloha double transfer again from Valencia and Man United for 22.5 million. So Aloha has really spent the money in this season 2021-22. And then Wraith, they managed to stay in the Premier League, so it's a good sign. I mean, it's a good experiment that Wraith managed to stay in the league for quite a while now, and then spend a very good chunk amount of money. And then Aberdeen 16 million, Hibernian 16 million, Edinburgh 15 millions, Hibernian 15 millions. So East 5 is back there with 15 millions, Motherwell, Alexandria, I'm not sure where is that. And then Edinburgh spent 12 millions from Anderlecht. And finishing off, we still have a lot here. There's a lot of transfer this season. So Dunfermline closing the transfer with 10 million. So the highlight is for this season is João Felix. Going from Arsenal to Aberdeen with 53 million. So this is the I think the biggest so far. Yes, this is the biggest so far. Maybe the first season. Yes, 53 is the highest. So moving on. So it's only 38 million, but it's from Aloha to Arsenal going out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transfers. Big transfers going out from SPL this season. And as you can see, Aberdeen bought a player from Hibernian 22 million, so it's Inter SPL transfer, and then Cardiff City, it's only 8 million. So not so many big transfers going on this season. Only one player going to Aberdeen, but it is Inter SPL, so the players is already in the SPL before this. Not that exciting, but nevertheless, we're moving on to 2033, and Aberdeen has sold to Liverpool, and the same scenario here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 transfers are going out from SPL. I don't know, maybe the money has already run out, the budget, wage budget. So I assume the money, the 1 million that we gave earlier, is already depleted. So this they need to gain some money maybe. But then the United managed to become the team that spent a lot in this season with 40 millions. Player from Shandong Luneng, and then again players going out, and only this 9 million from to Edinburgh from America. Maybe this is I don't know, maybe the Mexican team or maybe the South American team. I'm not sure. And then moving on, another similar trend, as you can see, a lot of players going out, and only Aberdeen spending 8 million. So the trend of the money spent is going down now. They can only spend like 5 millions, but they sell a lot of good players with a lot of money. So I'm not sure. Really not sure what's happening to the SPL clubs. And as we move forward again, one, two, three, four, five seasons, um, the money is going in, players going out. So only 12 millions are spent by Aberdeen, and again Aberdeen another 11 millions. So yeah, maybe there's a as I mentioned earlier, the money has been depleted. I'm not sure, but that is the case now that we are not spending a lot of money over 10 million. As you can see, the highest in this season is 9.5 millions, and that is even inter SPL team. So Aberdeen, as you can see, is the one who spent a lot of money. So a lot of players going out, especially to United, to Spurs, to English Premier League. So the EPL is still the main attraction in this experiment. And as you can see, two double signings from Porto from Aberdeen, Benzim Mithriani and Mohamed Ganiu, both going to FC Porto for more than 20 millions. And even Aberdeen sell another player 12 millions to Everton. And then again, only 10 million spent by Dundee this season. So the the trend is still there. And yeah, this is the final season actually for the transfers. So the earlier of the part, this second part, we have the first three season, four season. They've spent a lot, 51 millions, 35 millions, 53 millions is the highest, and after that we saw the trend is slowing down, and they hardly even spend for more than 10 million. So I assume that the money is no longer there. So without further ado, we just have a look at the league table. In where do we stop? Is it this one? So when we stopped, it was Celtic who won the title. This is at the end of the first part. So let's move to the second part. Who won the league? And as you can see, Aberdeen and Aloha. We saw these two teams spend a lot of money, so it's not a surprise for us to see them at top. But Aberdeen, they're dominant with 86 points, and Celtic also almost relegated that season with Queen of South, one of our big spender in the first season, has been relegated now, and Rangers. Finally, they could not cope with the other teams who spend a lot. Yeah, hardly see Rangers spending in the transfers that we saw earlier. And then Aloha, yes, they spend a lot of money, and then they deservedly win the league. So if you spend, you will win. And Aberdeen becomes second, Hibernian third, and as you can see, Celtic has been relegated. By oh, they have the same point with Dunfermline, but they just lost on the goal difference just by one goal. So that one goal makes a difference. So Celtic now is no longer SPL team in the next season. So we're gonna have another winner. And Rangers this season they got promoted but relegated again. So I think it's very hard to cope with the league, with the team spending a lot of money. As you can see, Aloha again win. They defend the title now for the second time. And then Aberdeen, they won in the year 2021. And Celtic, they promoted, but they relegated again by miles, only 14 points. Um, the nearest is 5 with 32. So it's very hard, I think, for them to compete with this team. And then Aloha again. So it's between Aberdeen and Aloha at the moment. The league with Aloha only win it by 3 points. So yeah, it is. I think it's good to see that they're fighting with each other. But we also want to see the others like Motherwell, Hearts, Dundee United, Edinburgh, Dumbarton, Leeds, even Brecon, who I think this is the first time I saw them in the SPL. So, yeah, we just want to see another new winner. And then as you can see, still at this time, no Rangers and Celtic, I think, for 2 seasons in a row. Yes, for 2 seasons in a row, we have no Rangers and Celtic. And as you can see, Aberdeen has won this time, and Alloa this time second, so it's back and forth for them. This time Patrick Tistel managed to promote it and relegate it again. And then next season, Dunfermline relegated and Brecon finally survived. I just saw this team, Carlton Beath. So they just promoted and they managed to finish in ninth in their first season. So it's good. And as you can see, Aloha is now finished at the bottom half of the league. So as we can see earlier in the transfers, they have sold a lot of players. So now they're struggling. They only managed to get 49 points. So I'm not sure about the trend. As you can see, the year before they were finishing second, and now they finish eighth. So we're gonna have a look again. Aberdeen won it again. Edinburgh for 2 seasons in a row. I finished second. So I really hope this team can push to become the winner. But as you can see, Alloa has now finished fifth, and Wraith has been relegated. Patrick Tistel this time around survived. And then in the year 2026-27, Aberdeen won it again. This time Dundee United managed to get second and Edinburgh managed to get third. Cullen Beath, surprise package there on the championship side. And as you can see, Alloa has been relegated with only 36 points, only 9 wins. So maybe with selling a lot of their quality players, they're now struggling, and as you can see, they has been relegated. So in the current season, as you can see, Aberdeen has won it again. Dundee United, Edinburgh City managed to go to Euro Cup, Motherwell, Hibernian, and the Britain and Dunfermline has been relegated. So it was a dominant display from Aberdeen. As you can see, they're almost scoring 100 points. What happened to the championship? Let's have a look. Alloa has managed to promote it again. Livingston also promoted again. And as you can see, Rangers is almost relegated. And we cannot. There's no Celtic here. So let's have a look at League One. So Celtic is in League One at the moment. So they just relegated maybe last season. Yes. Oh my goodness, Celtic and Rangers almost Queen of South, the team that we saw in the first part, showing potential of winning the league, is now playing in the League One. So it's crazy. It's a crazy league at the moment. So let's have a look. Past winner. When we stop here, Celtic was the winner, and then Aberdeen, Aloha, and then Aberdeen all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have won it 5 seasons in a row, and yeah, Aberdeen has become quite dominant. Although the past 10 seasons there's only two winners, Aberdeen and Aloha. So maybe because Aberdeen is a quite strong team, they have quite good reputation, so they managed to camp their players. So this was quite nice. And then Aloha, this is the championship winners, and then Inverness Celtic. All Celtic do relegated before, and then they managed to uh, go, go to championship, and then now they went back down. And what happened to League Two? Ross County is maybe in the championship, and Kilmarnock was there. So Kilmarnock dropped to League Two. Uh, this team, Carlton Beath, that we saw in the Premier League. So they won 10 years ago in League Two, and after 10 years, and they're in the Premier League. So this is a meteorical rise for this team, and even Reckon is there, and even the Burton, Edinburgh City. So these teams, maybe they spend quality of their money uh, to very quality players, and they manage to go as far as the Premier League. So yeah, it's nice to see this team has been performing and reach the Premier League. So now let's have a quick look on the Champions Cup, how well our team has done. And as you can see, the year 2038-39, Celtic was the defending champion in this PL, and they scored none in the league, in the group, 0 points. What else? Nope, nothing happened there. It was a poor season from the Scottish side. And this time, Aberdeen, who won the league, got 6 points. So they managed to, and although they're eliminated in this group stage, but they managed to go to Euro Cup. They managed 1 win, 3 draws. And who else is there? Nope. So only Aberdeen. And then in the next season, the third season, let's have a look. Then the Scottish team, yes, Aberdeen again scoring 6 points. This time they won twice. Yeah, we saw Aloha there. I think this is the first time they are in the Champions League. They managed to get 1 point. Yeah, at least it's not zero for the first outing, and they eliminated straight away. But they have a very tough group over there. And then Lost Count is his fourth season, and Aberdeen managed to go through to the second leg. This is the first time that we saw. Um, this time they managed to go to the second leg, and let's have a look. They were heavily defeated by Arsenal 6-1 on aggregate. So it's very tough, still very tough for the Scottish team. Although they spend a lot of money, they have 1 billion, but they reputation wise they're not strong enough. And then Aloha managed to qualify in this group with FC Porto and Dortmund inside it, with Paris Saint-Germain. So they managed to get 8 points and go through the second round, while Aberdeen only managed to finish third, narrowly missed out the second place to Fiorentina. So let's have a look. First stage, Aloha. They were playing against Man City again, another English team. 4-1 on aggregate. So it is tough for our team to for the Scottish team to compete in this the Champions League. As you can see again in the next season, 2023-24, Aloha finish third. It's poor. Managed to finish 4 points, but they managed to go to Euro Cup nevertheless. And then, is it the only team? Yes, Aloha is the only team to go through this season. And then 2024-25, is there any Scottish team? Yes, Aberdeen has been eliminated in the first stage, in the group stage, with, with only 3 points, with one victory. Who else is there? No. So it's either one or two teams. And as you can see, Aberdeen again, yeah, because Aberdeen was winning the league 5 seasons in a row. So we'll see Aberdeen more often. As you can see there, 7 points. They managed to go to Euro Cup. They have been eliminated in the group stage. No more Scottish team there. And then we try to see again if they manage to go through. And then another poor outing, but this time with Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, and Monaco. It's very hard group. They managed to get 5 points. Um, yeah, I think that's good enough to get 5 points. The very tough season, and then the final season again they've been eliminated in the group stage in just 4 points. So overall, it's very poor. From the 10 seasons, we only managed to get to the first knockout stage twice with Aberdeen and Aloha, and both defeated by the English Premier League teams. So now let's have a look at the Euro Cup from the year 2028-29 season. Um, so, as you remember, the first season Celtic was in the Champions League, and Aberdeen has won the group in Euro Cup with 15 points. Only one defeat, and then Aloha was there with 13 and Wolves, a very very tough group. They managed to get 5 points and only finished third. And then Hibernian finished ninth points. Spurs was perfect in this group, and they managed to qualify for the second round. So we have two teams here. Can we see Hibernian was defeated there. What else? Is it Aberdeen? Aberdeen, where are you, Aberdeen? Aberdeen managed to go through to the next stage. This is good. And then Aberdeen won against Basel. So, yeah, if we don't play against the English team, we'll be easily going to the quarterfinal. And we were defeated 2-1 at 3-2 by Sporting Lisbon. So it was tough. It was very very tight. But I think Aberdeen has done very very good in the Euro Cup this season. Going to the second season, do we have Hibernian winning the group by 14 points? They managed to go through again this season. Edinburgh City just missed out on the first stage, and then Dundee United managed to go through. So it's we have Hearts also with 10 points. So Hearts, Dundee, um, and Hibernian. So we have three. We have three participants, Dundee United and Hearts. The first two teams upstairs has been eliminated, and Hibernian managed to beat a team from Serbia, Partizan. So not a bad stuff for Hibernian, but they lost against the German team, 5-3 on aggregate. So again, quite okay, but with 1 billion, you should expect more. And then another season, Hearts managed to qualify. We hope this season all of our Scottish teams qualified. No, with Dundee United just missed out 1 point. And then do we have another one? Sure, no, only one. So let's have a look at the first round. Who was that? Is it Hearts? Okay, Hearts just defeated by a team from Denmark, FC Copenhagen. Uh, they should um, win it, but nevertheless, we move on to next season, 2021. Is there any Scottish team? It should be. Yeah, Hibernian won the league, won the group I, and then they eliminated Copenhagen. They helped another team last season, Hearts, who was defeated by Copenhagen. And then Edinburgh City finally managed to go through to the qualifying to the first stage. So two teams again. Let's have a look. Edinburgh and Hibernian. Edinburgh lost to Inter 4-1 on aggregate stuff for them, of course. Inter is a very, very big name. And Hibernian lost to Dynamo from Croatia 5-1 on aggregate. Oh my goodness, you have 1 billion and you lost to Dynamo. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Nevertheless, let's move. We done very poorly in the European competition, I have to say. And yeah, and then Hearts now next season managed to go through. Is there any other Scottish team? Yes, the Burton. They managed to go through to European Cup. This is the first time they have done it, and they did not register a single win. So they have drawn 3 points, 3 times and got 3 points. So at least they may finish above AZ, who is um for me is a big team from the Netherlands. And then Dundee United managed to top the league by beating the likes of Villarreal, Lazio, and Saint Etienne. It's a quite tough group also, and they managed to win it. Only to qualify, they managed to win it. So come on, win everything now. And as you can see, Hearts has beaten by the Spanish team. San Sebastian is a Real Sociedad, and then the United, despite winning the group, they lost on penalty against Sporting. Oh no, that is tough luck. And as you can see, Aberdeen there, they were eliminated from the, how do you call that, Champions League, and they managed to go through here and eliminated again straight away against Napoli. Were they last season here, Aberdeen? Just to check, uh, because I thought I missed it. They're here also. Aberdeen, yeah, they were here in the 2 seasons ago. I did not see that when Hearts was defeated by Copenhagen. How far they went. They managed to beat Anderlecht in the second round, so they managed to go to quarterfinal again, and they were against Sevilla. So I missed out this exciting info. So an away goal. So they managed to go to semi-final. Come on. They lost an away goal against Olympique Marseille. Oh, that was close going to the final. So this is the best result we have in Euro Cup semi-final by Aberdeen in the year 2030. I almost missed that. Almost. So is it the season that did I stop here? Maybe. So have a look. Hearts, 10 points there. Who else there? Yeah, this is the time that I stopped. So moving on to 2033. Motherwell. Oh, they did well. Oh, mother. With 10 points. They managed to go through. What else? Dumbarton finally last season they drew 3 times. This time they won 3 times, although they lost 3 times. But nevertheless, they lost twice of the 3 times against Man United, which have a perfect record. So Dumbarton did quite well. They eliminated Borussia Mönchengladbach, and then Edinburgh City also qualified. Although they are -4, maybe head to head they are good enough against Malaga. So 3 teams going through this season. Maybe another one team from the Champions League. Dumbarton just beaten easily by Sporting 16 on aggregate. Edinburgh defeated by Feyenoord. And who else do we have? Motherwell did not do well this time around. They lost against Sevilla. It's a very tough team. And Aloha, I think this is the team that dropped out from the Champions League. They defeated by a away goal by Bayer Leverkusen. So it's a poor season, 33-34. Let's have a look, 34-35. Edinburgh managed to get 11 points. So sorry, I just get a see from upstairs. So Dundee United finally did not manage to go through. Um, so Edinburgh second, and Hearts did not manage to qualify. So they've got 6 points, but only by beating both the Karabag and Motherwell. Oh, we have a lot of elimination. So only Edinburgh in this season, and I do expect they will be eliminated. Yes, by AC Milan 2-0. Do you have any other Scottish team, maybe from the Champions League? No, not for this season. Um, we're just gonna move to the next season, 35-36, and Dumbarton just missed out there, level on points, but yeah, it was unlucky. And then yeah, Dumbarton has been to the Euro Cup often now. And as you can see, Hibernian's very poor, 4 points finishing bottom. I did not expect that from Hibernian, and our only hope for this season is Dundee United. So first stage, Dundee United defeated by Real Sociedad again. Yeah, can we play against other team, please? 36-7. As you can see, Aloha still there before they were relegated. So they managed to finish 8 points, barely qualified. Almost eliminated by Besiktas. And then who else? Dundee United eliminated. They will scroll from down this time. Any other Scottish team? Yes, two more and two disappointing teams. Edinburgh finishing bottom and Motherwell. Oh, Mother, they did not do well this time around. Nevertheless, let's have a look at the first stage. Aloha was heavily defeated 5-1 by Bayer Leverkusen. Do we have any other Scottish team? No, not for this season. So let's move to the final season. Motherwell again very poor. Yeah, we expect the Scottish teams now performing a bit worse because they spend less money, as you remember. Um, Nevertheless, Edinburgh managed to go through with 9 points there. Hibernian um, eliminated, so we only have Edinburgh. So for our only hope to win. Where is Edinburgh? They win against Leipzig 5-2. Oh, do we have any other teams? No. So our only hope, our final hope in this final season, can we? Can we finally? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you've been beaten by Bordeaux 3-2. So our final hope in European competition has gone. So we have seen the competition reputation now. As you can see, the Ledbrook Premiership is now down to 9. We were as high as 7 4 years ago, and as you can see from the transfers earlier, the players were offloaded from the SPL. So it's not a surprise to see the drop. So hopefully the other clubs can buy more players and make this league more competitive, and hopefully they can break the domination of Aberdeen. Other than that, they should be doing very well in the European competition also. So with that, I will end this experiment here. As you can see that we finally managed to get a different winners. From what we started, we don't want Celtic or Rangers to win, and Hearts did it for the first time, for one and only time in 2020-21 season. Hibernian managed to win it 2 times, Aloha managed to win 3 times, and Aberdeen 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 times out of the 20 seasons. So, um, yeah, we can see Dundee United and Edinburgh has tried to be competitive. They try to be um, to fight for the title, but I think Aberdeen is still too strong for them. So we'll end this experiment here. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again in another video. Thank you. Bye bye.